Hey, this is Chris Chansey. I'm the founder of Amplia Recruiting. We get to help companies all over the U.S. hire from the dependable refugee workforce. And I'm in Colombia for the next month looking at how they're responding to the crisis at their border in ways that it might inform the way the U.S. can respond to immigrants and refugees wanting to come and live in the U.S. And so I discussed in a previous video that there are about 3,000 refugees a day coming across the border into Venezuela. But one of the other factors that makes Colombia very interesting is that there are two other groups besides Venezuelan refugees. You also have a group of internally displaced people. And so those are people who live in Colombia. They're certainly legal to be here. They're citizens of Colombia, but they've been displaced from their home. And in that regard, be it for economic reasons or other violence that's occurring, they're having to move into urban areas or to other parts of the country and really start over their life again. So you've got the Venezuelan refugees, you have these internally displaced people within the country, and then you have this third group of people who are Colombians who left Colombia and went into Venezuela to seek refuge from violence back in the 1990s that was occurring here in the nation of Colombia. And they never returned, even though things have solidified since then. And so as those individuals come back, there's discussion around their legality of being here and how that relates to their long-term engagement in the country. And so as you look at those three different groups, Colombia has said, we don't care who you are in terms of the paperwork you have that qualifies you to be here or not, but we recognize that you can have tremendous economic impact in the nation of Colombia if you're willing to be here and work, that there's value that we can gain as a nation in accepting you, especially in a very difficult and challenging season in your life. The U.S. hasn't quite come to those terms to recognize that immigrants and refugees can have an economic value in our country. The only way that we're going to see an increase in manufacturing, when we look at construction and hospitality jobs that are through the roof, 7 million open positions across the country, the only way we fill those is by recognizing there's a group of immigrants and refugees that desire to add value in those roles. So Colombia is doing that with in a few strategic ways. I'm going to share about a few of those in the next video to give us some insight and maybe some perspective on how we might do the same in the U.S.